right. Speaking of impressive things made by developers and Sony, I recently got a chance to talk with the creator of Papo Yo about his title.
I'm very excited for this game. You have me excited for it.
Yeah, no, this game is looking really, really awesome. Essentially, it's a game where you have a pet monster and you have a robot, and the monster is afraid of the robot, and you kind of use that to your advantage. It's this pink rhinoceros-looking thing.
Which one is supposed to be his drunk father? Is it the pink guy or the robot?
I don't know. Maybe it's just a I think it's more of a metaphor for those kind of love and hate relationships.
Looks like the monster is probably his dad.
The monster eats frogs. That's all you know about the monster. Maybe the robot's bad. Maybe eating frogs. Oh no! See, when the monster eats frogs, he like goes all wacky, right? So
well, yeah,
obviously
they're probably poisonous frogs, like in
Brazil.
Family Guy, when they licked the toad, they would start like
freaking
having
out.
trips and stuff. Yeah,
give
totally.
up the toad. At any rate, yeah. So I mean, yeah, it's obviously a metaphor for his relationship with his alcoholic father. He's talked about that before, and it's blatant. I mean, the monster eats frogs. He wigs out, and like the kid doesn't know what to do about it, and he's got. At least he has a robot to help him. I think most kids trapped in abusive relationships with their parents are monsters.
Well, if the game does really well, which I think it will, I guess it's a positive for growing up with an alcoholic dad.
Yeah. I mean, if you come, that doesn't kill you, makes you stronger, I guess. I don't know.
He turned it into a video game.
He did turn it into a video game.
Some people make music out of it, some make movies. He made a video game.
At any rate, no matter what this guy's upbringing was, he's brilliant and he's very, very insightful, and this interview is awesome. So let's check it out because it's totally epic.
What's going on, guys? I'm here at the Sony PS Vita pub crawl, and I'm here talking with Vander. How you doing today?
Great.
So you invented a game that got a lot of interest sparked last year at E3, Papo Yo, and now we've had a chance to get some hands-on time. You've made a very creative, colorful, interactive puzzle game here. I got to tell you, I'm very impressed.
Thank you very much.
So tell us a little bit about Papo Yo. What's the story?
So Papo Yo is a game inspired in my childhood. My father was an alcoholic, and I had a really hard childhood, and I escaped by playing video games. So starting that I'm an adult, I wanted to create a game that kids can play and go back and actually experience, get empowered by the game, but also experience a bit of the fact of having a monster that can be good and it can be bad. It's the sorts of gray of life that I want people to explore, because it's not about being good or bad. Like, don't get me wrong, I like Mario, but Mario is good and Monster is bad. And life is not like that. I want to change that. I want people to see all the grays of life.
There's a duality to everybody, essentially. Awesome. So how does this sort of empowerment play out in the game? What do you do in the game that gives you this sensation?
So empowerment, so this demo does not show you the monster and the relationship with the monster. What I want to show with this demo is that this game is not only an art indie game, that is a really fun and polished AAA game that you can have fun playing. So on the empowerment side, it is that the chalk drawings that the little girl Alejandra draws make wonderful things happen in the world. And for example, when you take a card box, a painted card box, and you lift it up and suddenly moves a house, you go like, oh, people go like, wow, this is amazing. And just playing with the whole world, like just being able to pull out a handle and move a complete house or break a house in half.
Nice, excellent. Now, one thing that I particularly like about your game is there's no action to it in the sense of violence. Like, there's action in the sense that you're accomplishing things and you're interacting with the environment, but you never like try and kill anything or anything like that.
I did many shooters in the past. I was design director for Army of Two, so I did enough of killing minorities. So I wanted to create a game that you're the victim, in fact. So suddenly you're weak. So suddenly it's not implemented in the game yet, but you guys are gonna see. Papo Yo is not a game about collecting and getting a bigger and a bigger shield. Papo Yo is about losing your shields and be fragile and vulnerable.
Awesome. Well, it's a really unique and creative concept, and I cannot wait to see more. Like, what would you like people to take away from Papo Yo when they're done playing it? Like, what kind of feelings do you want to inspire in people?
I want people to actually feel the sadness and the joy of life.
That is a heavy order, but I think that you can do it. You have created quite a colorful and creative game. I noticed a lot of it resembles like the slums of Brazil and stuff like that. Is that like where you grew up? What? The lower income areas of like Brazil, the colorful houses.
So I was born in Colombia, and then the name favelas come from Brazil. But favelas, like shanty towns, they look the same, all alike in the world. It's incredible. When we started doing research, we could find places in India that look like the shanty towns, the favelas in Brazil or in Colombia or in Ecuador.
So it's just this kind of impoverishedness is like a universal language almost?
Yeah, so what I want to do is I want to bring people to this poor place and make them experience this poor place and actually don't be afraid of it. Like favelas are really vibrant communities and millions of people live there. Not everyone is bad. And I want to take away that portrait of modern warfare that you get there to a favela with a shotgun, you kill 300 people and you think everyone is evil. I think that is a disconnection from reality. And I want to bring people and say, look, there's a lot happening there and it's not an evil world.
Awesome. Well, your game is great, and I hope that people get this message and play Papo Yo. When is this going to be coming out?
Later this year.
Later this year? All right. Well, we'll keep an eye out for it. It's just on PlayStation Network, right?
Yes, it's exclusive for PlayStation.
Well, thank you so much for talking with us today. We really appreciate it. Your game is definitely very unique, and I'm sure it's going to be one of those games that people talk about when they refer to games as art.
Thank you very much. I hope people like it.
All right, thank you.
All right, there you go, dude. Papo Yo.
That looks awesome. I like when he was pulling the freaking building out.
Yeah, the rope and stuff.
Yeah.
Oh man, the game's amazing. The creator is impressive, and it's just cool to like see somebody like wanting to try something different. You know, like he said in the interview, like he said, I made tons of games where you kill minorities, and he's sick of killing minorities. So now he's like doing this, which is like, I don't know. It just looks great. Totally my kind of game.
And what systems is this for?
This is just going to be for Sony.
Okay.
I think this is actually going to, I don't know if this is getting a box release. I think this might be downloadable. I think this is, this is part of their...
it's just going to be a PSN title.
Yeah, this is part of their pub fund thing, which is they give a bunch of indie developers money to make games for PSN. It's how we got the Mutant Blobs Attacking game that just came out. There's a ton of other games that are coming out under this program that are totally awesome, but Papo Yo definitely shined through in a way that like really impressed me. If you liked Ico, if you like Shadow of the Colossus, this is like another game coming out from Sony that like totally fits that criteria. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And you know, a lot of people always say like games are about empowering you and making you feel badass, but like it always seems like the best games are the ones that make you feel helpless. Like that don't make you feel all powerful.
Right.
You know, like
that's what makes a good survival horror.
Yeah, seriously. And now that we're done with that, as you can see above me, we are pimping our shiznit. If you like what you are watching right now, which how could you not? Look at this hotness.
Cupcakes.
It says nom on
Who doesn't love cupcakes?
Diabetics.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, please follow us on Facebook. Please follow our YouTube channel because you can watch the rest of my interview and check out more game footage of Papo Yo on that YouTube channel. And you should also follow us on Twitter because we're super